beauties, welcome to another video. You're all welcome. In case this is your first time here, you're welcome. In case you do not know me, I am Miriam and you are welcome to my channel. Okay, so in this video today we're just going to be doing quick bantu knots. It's been long since I did this style, but I remember growing up I used to wear this style a lot, so I thought, well, why not do it now that I am natural. Okay, so to start with, we're just going to make sure that we start on stretched hair that is thoroughly detangled. I made sure that before this video I had put my hair in 3 sections, so like you can see at the back I put the rest of the hair in those big twists. So we're just going to section off these 2 side parts and put them in twists. We're going to work with them later on. Next, we're going to section our hair into medium sections. Now this depends with what you prefer. If you want your bantu knots to be small, you can do small sections. If you want them bigger, you can do bigger sections than this. But for me, I was going for medium sections. So in this front part, excluding those 2 twists that I did, I'm going to make 3 sections. So I'm going to section the front hair into 3 parts. And believe me, I tried to get those lines as straight as I could. Even though I did not have a mirror, I was just going through what I was seeing in my lens. So once that is done, once the hair is in the sections, we're just going to detangle it again to make sure that we do not have any tangles. Once that is done, you're going to get your edge brush, brush your edges to try and make the hair a bit sleek so that everything looks in place. So I did not have edge control, so I just used Eco Styler gel. Okay, so once you're done brushing those edges, I'm just going to use rubber bands. Now make sure that your rubber bands are soaked in oil to avoid hair breakage. So once you're done brushing your edges, get your rubber bands and secure those sections. Now because my hair is a bit thick, I had a lot of problems securing those rubber bands because they kept breaking. So I had to use like 3 rubber bands per section. Yeah, I had to use 3 rubber bands per section because they kept breaking. I don't know if it's because of my hair thickness or anyway, I don't know. Okay, so we're just going to do that for the rest of the hair sections. Make sure that you brush the edges and secure your hair sections with the rubber bands. So you're just going to do that for the rest of your hair. And so don't make the mistake that I made. If you have big hair, make sure that you use 2 or 3 rubber bands because 1 is going to break. It's not going to be enough. Like you can see on my second section, it broke. Okay, so now that the hair is sectioned, we're just going to braid. So I was using Brazilian wool. The only reason I used it is because number 1, I feel like it looks like my hair texture. Number 2, it's easier for me to use unlike braiding hair. So anyway, use what you prefer. If you prefer using braiding hair like Mali braids, whatever is going to work for you. But in this video, I used Brazilian wool. So for this part, you're just going to braid the way that you braid the way you do your box braids. That's how you're going to braid the sections. So I'm just going to allow you to see what I was doing because trust me, this was my first time doing box braids in my hair because I have never done box braids before. So if I was making mistakes, please don't come at me. Just watch and hopefully you learn a thing or 2. So make sure you braid that all the way through to the end. Okay, when you're done braiding, make sure that the end is not blunt because if it is blunt, you're going to fail to secure your bantu knot. So once you're done, just roll it around. Yes, like that. Make sure you roll it around. Let's do that again. Make sure you do your braid or you make the box braid or whatever you call it. Once you're done, braid it all the way to the end and make sure that your braiding hair is not blunt at the end but a bit stringy, if that makes sense. Make sure that it's a bit stringy, so that as you wrap your hair around like that, yes, that's what I mean, you roll it around itself. When you reach the end, make sure that you secure it with those stringy parts, and I'm sure it's going to be secured. In case it's not, just secure it with a rubber band and it will be in place. So one more time, braid your hair. Once you are done, wrap it around or roll it around to make the bantu knot, just like that. And make sure that it is secure. So I think bantu knots are one of those styles that are quick to do, and it's a great protective style if you ask me. Apart from mini twists, bantu knots do it for me. Okay, so for those side parts that we had put away, I'm just going to make a corn roll the opposite direction. Yeah, we're going to make a corn roll towards the front, and then we're going to make a braid at the end. So this is optional. If you want, you can leave that out and just make a bantu knot. If you do not want, you can make a twist, but for me, I was going for a braid because I made braids throughout my hair to make those bantu knots. So we're just going to twist, we're going to braid until you reach the desired length. Once that is done, okay, so that was the finished look. I just made sure that I added a bit of accessories and beads, and trust me, I loved this look. Now my lines at the back were not really straight, but hey, you got to understand, I never had a mirror, plus I couldn't see at the back of my head. So anyway, the purpose of this video is to show you how I do my bantu knots, and hopefully you learned something. So yeah, this was the finished look. In case you loved this video, please subscribe, like the video, share, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.